Alright, I just wanted to make a video showing you what I have so far for 6.1.2 community website. This is your final project under Web Development 2. This is going to be a big one, okay? This one's going to take you a while, and you're going to need to use a lot of information that you had from before. So I'm going to show you kind of what to do to get started and what I have. Now, I do not have everything yet, but over here it says, and you won't be given any of this. In fact, let me show you what you'll be given. So you'll be given index, which will be blank, and then you'll be given style.css. So to make a new page, you're going to go to New, File, and then you're going to name it whatever you want, .html. Okay? So for me, my next page is going to be Phantasmal Flames. Let me just make sure I spelled it right. And I did. And then you need to make it .html. If you don't make it .html, it just makes it like a document. Okay? And as you can see, there is nothing here. So I'm going to show you what it's going to look like when you first get it. Okay? So when you first have your index, this is what it's going to look like. This is what when you open up the thing, this is what it's going to look like, and your style will just be blank. You won't have any of this in here. Okay? Now, once you've made enough stuff, like for example, I went ahead and I linked my style sheet here. And I put an image in, and I have some paragraphs, and so on and so forth. Okay? Once you kind of have your page set up the way you want it, you need to go ahead and you need to copy. Let me go ahead and delete this here. So again, when you make a new page, and you have to have 3 total, so you have to have a home page plus 2 other pages, and you have to have a style sheet. Okay? So when you make a new page, what I would recommend is you go to one of your other pages where you already have everything typed out there, you copy it, and then you just go there. Okay? And then you can go in here and you can delete the stuff that you don't want. Like these paragraphs, I could delete those. Okay? Because obviously I don't want 2 pages that are exactly the same. So I would just go here, and then I could just delete that. And then I could go here, and I could just delete that. And then like for my image, I want an image at the top of each page, but I don't want it to obviously be the same image, so I can delete the source, and then I can go to the new page that I have, and I can copy the link there, and then I can paste it. Okay? So now when I go to when I refresh it, I can go to my Mega Evolution set. Now I do not have a link yet going to this page, but I want to go ahead and see it. So what I can do is I can go up here and I can type in the name of my webpage, phantasmalflames.html, and then I can just push enter. So that'll take me there. Okay, and so there it is. It looks good and everything. Now I need to go ahead and add another link. So that takes me to the Mega Evolution page and the home page. I have one that goes to the home page. But on Phantasmal Flames, I need one that goes to Mega Evolution, and on Mega Evolution page, I need one that goes to Phantasmal Flames. So, that's something that you're going to have to figure out. And then also, I don't have a whole lot of stuff in my style yet. I did make a class here, and my class actually is for my image, to center my image. So if I click here, no matter what page I go to, my image is always going to be centered on it. But I want to do some other stuff on here. So my background color on my body is light blue, but as you can see over here, it's like you have 2 additional pages, which I have. Navigation on each page to connect to every other page. I have half of that. I have it going back to the home page, but I don't have one for Phantasmal Flames yet. I have the CSS file that's shared among all pages. I do not have 3 different colors for things such as backgrounds, text, navigation bar, and all that kind of stuff. So I have a background, but that's it. I have a class. I do not have a div or a span, so I need to make that. I need a special selector or an image filter or visibility. I'll probably make it a special selector. Like I need to make a button or something instead of just having a link at the bottom for home and all that kind of stuff. And then I need to have a table or a list, okay? So there's a lot of stuff you have to have, but this is what I have so far. I've spent probably the better part of 30, 45 minutes on this. So this takes a while. You're going to have multiple days to work on this. But you need to make sure, because I'm not going to make a video where it's like, okay, type this, type this, type this, because you should be able to know how to do all this stuff. If you do not, then your generation, being the first generation to have this wonderful thing called Google, you can look it up. Like, I didn't know how to center my image. I knew how to center text, but I didn't know how to center an image. So all I did was I typed in how to do it, and then here it is right here. I didn't want my width to be 50%, so I cut that part off. But I just had .center. I created a class for it. You had to have a class for an image in order to center it. And so that's what I did. All right, so hopefully this helps you get started, and I'm going to keep working on mine.